and welcome to Asian Pulse Television. I'm your host, Joshi Reddy. Thank you for tuning into your informative and educational network. We are broadcasting from the unceded territory of Semiahmoo, Katzie, Kwantlen, and Musqueam Nation. We are grateful for the first people of this land. It's time for a short break. I'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
क्या आप अपना ड्रीम होम खरीदना चाहते हो या अपने घर से पैसे निकालकर अपने किचन या अपने घर को रेनोवेट करना चाहते हो लेकिन बैंक्स ने आपको मना कर दिया है? आप मुझे कॉल कर सकते हैं यानी विक प्रसाद को। मैं एक इंडिपेंडेंट मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर हूं जो कई बैंक्स और क्रेडिट यूनियंस और प्राइवेट लेंडर्स के साथ काम करता हूं।
For more information, please call Vic Prasad at 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is one of the top brokers of Invis Craft Mortgages and is also a member of the Canadian Mortgage Brokers Association of BC.
Hit it! Na 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 na.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005.
Thank you, sponsors. If you would like to be our sponsor and provide sponsorship to any segment of this show, get in touch with Camilla by calling the number 604-537-5123.
To feel that way. And that very well could have been me too. I mean, like I said, my daughter was a saving grace. She was, my cease. So.
Unless your wife put it on Instagram or something, maybe you won't have been able to match or something. Because how do you ask?
How do you, and that's what it comes to. For us, it was going on Instagram. That's how we ask friends and family. Because you can't just pick up the phone and be like, hey, can you give me kidney? Can you give me kidney? Can you give me kidney? It's,
I mean, that is part of yourself giving it out, right?
So, but
I mean, if there is a fire in the house, I'm just giving an example, and your house burned down, and you put it on Instagram or GoFundMe page, they will say, okay, they need. I'll donate $50. I'll make $500. Because they have to restart all over again.
But that's easy.
That's easy to do. But when you are asking about organ donation, how some people think, you don't want to go through the pain and suffering and all that, and how long your life will be upside down, and whether.
So talking from my donor's perspective, the main thing in his case was healing from the actual surgery.
Yes.
Because it is a big surgery.
Yeah.
So it did take some time to heal from it, but it doesn't necessarily change your lifestyle in any way. You're more than able to live with one kidney, as long as you're healthy. Yeah. And they will not allow you to be a donor unless you're 99% healthy. Yeah. You really need to be very healthy in order to do something like that. Mm-hmm. And there's one thing to say to step up and give a donation to a stranger, but there's a lot of families that are looking for donation amongst themselves. Mm. So it's not even always about, hey, okay, I'll donate to a stranger, but even considering donating to a family member, right? Yeah. Because there are a lot of people that are in that boat that I've talked to that, they couldn't even find a donor within their families. Yeah,
and because your blood type and all that.
Well, not even blood type, because people aren't stepping forward.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody has their own reason. It's not something that you should get upset over. I mean, it's easier said than done, but so I would say, step one is, if we're talking about promoting organ donation, it's not even as far as going, I'll donate to a stranger or somebody I don't know. Mm-hmm. I would say let's just look amongst our families right now, because there are a lot of people waiting for organ donors that have healthy people amongst their families. Mm-hmm. That if you have somebody in your family that needs a kidney, think about donating. Think about how you could change their lives, change the lives of people around them. Maybe they have kids, their parents, their siblings, because this is a very.
I mean, just look at you, and I think it's so important for you to talk like that, because the people that are watching you today, you have only 4% kidney working, and you don't know what would the next would have been if you did not find a donor, and you have newly married, you have a daughter coming, and you have a job and family life to live on, but now you're sitting in here.
All of a sudden, but like what you said, all of a sudden it ends, or not ends. It's on hold.
Yeah.
You're getting weaker by the day. You're on dialysis. You're stuck at home. You're watching everybody on, social media is a tricky thing because you're watching everybody live their lives
Yeah.
and progress within their lives. And you're sitting there feeling like, I'm stuck. Like,
Yeah.
Why me? Why did this happen to me?
Yeah.
And you're having to watch the world go right by you.
Yeah.
Right?
All
And,
this
and
time
it's
is
so you have to struggle with all those emotions.
But that was really good that you found a donor and you are
Yes.
here and you're sitting and talking about
So I'm
it.
so blessed
Yes.
because I know there's people out there waiting years and years.
Yeah.
I remember maybe about a month ago I went to the dialysis unit at Surrey Memorial. I was doing
Yeah.
some volunteer work.
Yeah.
And I got so emotional because when I went into that unit and I saw everybody on their beds, and I thought that was me a year
Yeah,
ago.
that could be you, yeah.
It
Or
was
whoever
me.
It was you.
And to think that, hey, within 1 year, where I've come, I don't know if it was a feeling of guilt, because I'm looking at all these other people that are still on their beds, or I had a really hard time keeping my emotions in check when I went to that unit because I'm like, that was me. And all these people are still here, and I got this in 1 year. What makes me so special? That all these other people are still waiting. So that was difficult walking through that day.
So you organized the work, kidney work yesterday. So what is your focus? What do you want people to know about that in case people want to make donation to Kidney Foundation? What do you want
Well,
to
the Kidney Foundation on its own is great. They help a lot of, luckily for me, I did not have to use the Kidney Foundation in terms of the way they help you financially or whatnot.
Yeah.
But, they do help a lot of people, especially financially, especially post-transplant. So helping spread the word of the Kidney Foundation, raising the funds with the Kidney Foundation, it's very personal to me. Because I remember when I was in the hospital, there was another young man that was there, and he was from out of town. And they found him a place to stay, and they covered it all. Because you have to stay for at least for 6 to 12 weeks, you have to stay near the hospital. So he was from Nanaimo. And, he wouldn't have been able to afford to do that otherwise. So they paid for that. They paid for his taxis to get to the hospital. They helped him so much. And I saw that, right in front of me. And again, I'm so fortunate that I didn't have to use that.
Right here, yeah.
Right? And not only do I live here, but, I didn't, financially I was okay. But, you can only imagine, when you're hit with this illness and your life is upside down, you can't go to work because you're dialysis and you're weak now. Who's going to help you? We're lucky in our community, people help us. But there's a lot of people that don't have that help, and then they turn to people like the Kidney Foundation.
Yeah, because I think people can also donate a cow or something, and they will give you charitable tax receipt or whatever.
So there are many different ways
different
of
ways
donating.
of raising
Yeah.
funds and all that. And they do a great job in the community because, nobody can take the kidney out of Miami and put somewhere. It has to go through so much different process. So I know you are such a strong man. Are you back at work right now?
Soon. I
Okay.
think I'm just waiting.
Okay.
It's been, hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's just a process now to
Do you
officially.
feel, you felt that before your transplant, you felt you didn't have no energy and it didn't matter what you do, it can shake it off because you did. So do you have your energy back and
Yeah,
you're able to?
so there was two different parts of healing, right? Firstly, there was the mental
mentally,
side, which healed very quick.
Yeah,
Because the new kidney started working, the toxins
Yeah.
left my body, my mind came back. So after maybe 2 to 3 weeks, I was like, all right, let's go. But then the body's got to heal.
yeah,
So then the struggle is your body trying to keep up with your mind.
yeah. Two
And-
different people talking.
Yeah, two different people talking.
Yeah.
Mind is running. Body's saying, okay, slow down.
yeah.
So that was a struggle. That was the big struggle the first few months. But I continued. I worked. I exercised as much as I could. My diet's been very good. So the focus was, we're done. We're gonna put this behind us. We're gonna beat it, and we're gonna get back to. I don't like to use the word normal, but we're gonna get back to as normal as possible, and then some. So I've been ready to get back to work for a little while now, but it was just about crossing certain barriers, and we're very close now. So I'm looking forward to the next few weeks to get back to work, get back to business. Yeah.
How's your daughter doing?
Oh,
How's
she's
your
doing great.
family?
Yeah, she's 10 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. I mean, she's saying little things now, and yeah, she's a bundle of joy.
Yes,
Yeah, amazing.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much being in this on our set and talk about your experience and what you had gone through. And lucky you were just, you're fine. I mean, from outside, for me, who is not you, look fine, but you also have a lot of emotions to go through because all these things happen so fast.
It's still a work in progress, but the key thing is we're getting there. We're moving forward every day, even if it's little by little. We're definitely getting there. Yeah. So thank you for having me here. It's been great talking to you about this.
Good for you. Thank you so much. We shall bring you back maybe another couple of years and see how you're doing after that.
That'd be very cool. Yeah, absolutely.
So you're gonna be very proactive. Maybe make sure that people who, like you say, there are a lot of reasons why we think it's not like donating money or something. Donating money and donating your organ is two different things, and there's so much emotion attached to your body parts or what have you. It's so I think, like you say, sometimes it may be better to find in the family who cares about you. You have a whole life in front of you, right? Yeah. So, and the person that made the donation, you'll be part of you now.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, every time he looks at you or your relationship between the person that donated altogether has changed, you know.
And it's like, how do you even thank somebody like that? You know, I still I struggle with that. You know. So, anyways,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
क्या आप अपना ड्रीम होम खरीदना चाहते हो या अपने घर से पैसे निकालकर अपने किचन या अपने घर को रेनोवेट करना चाहते हो लेकिन बैंक्स ने आपको मना कर दिया है? आप मुझे कॉल कर सकते हैं यानी विक प्रसाद को। मैं एक इंडिपेंडेंट मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर हूं जो कई बैंक्स और क्रेडिट यूनियंस और प्राइवेट लेंडर्स के साथ काम करता हूं।
For more information, please call Vic Prasad at 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is one of the top brokers of Invis Craft Mortgages and is also a member of the Canadian Mortgage Brokers Association of BC.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you that came out tonight. It really makes me happy seeing a packed room full of people making a change. So, for those of you that don't know, we started this gala 3 years ago. And the purpose behind it was to do something about mental health. We noticed this is something that's big in our community. It's kind of tough.
I'm only going to say very few words. I could go on very long rants, but I'm going to try to keep it super short and super concise. We're here tonight, and I get to present in front of all of you. I have this amazing platform which has been given to me. I've been blessed with it because of my amazing team, and I want to do it justice. We work with some of the most remarkable kids. Some that go through very many adversities. Some go through very, very unfair circumstances. I cannot even begin to fathom because I myself was never given those difficulties. I was raised in a good home. I had amazing parents. I get everything. And I've always been able to accomplish everything I've dreamt of. But the kids I work with, they don't have that. But somehow they're much happier, much more content than a lot of us in this room. So no matter how difficult of a day I may be having, I walk into the room of kids and instantly everything gets better. I'm going to share with you, recently we were playing basketball. I'm not a great basketball player, but I like to have fun with the kids. So I'm playing basketball and I keep missing. Miss once, I miss twice, I keep missing. All of a sudden, excuse my language, I'm like, oh my God, I suck. Dad. And these kids, two of them right next to me, they gasp. It's like, Karen, what do you mean you suck? You do not suck. And that moment, just in that moment, I was like, well, I'm being a little too hard on myself. And then this little girl continues and she says to me, you always teach us about self-love, about being kind to ourselves. And if you're not kind to yourself, no one will be. So how come you can say those things to yourself? And it's little things like that. Now, before I hand it over to Cal, he's a great speaker, much better than I, but I'm going to share, thanks Jessica. That's Jessica, by the way, from our Calgary team with Harp and the rest of them. But I'm going to share with you a very simple story. A couple weeks ago, we were called into a home, which happens far more often than we wish it would. We're called into this home and we've been working with these kids, that family, for almost 4 years now. And we had no idea what was going on. So this dad who had been struggling with substance use right at home, he didn't know how to get help. And a few years back, the ministry got involved and they tried to protect these children, but unfortunately by drifting them apart, by taking the family apart, it didn't help. But that day, I got to go into their home because that 9-year-old, she went and said to her grandma, please go to kids play. Sorry. She said, please go to them. They will help us out and they will break us apart. That is a lot of responsibility when a 9-year-old has that much hope from you. And I just happened to go into that home. We have a remarkable team. We have amazing people that give so much because somewhere we've lost somebody that meant the world to us. And now the only thing we can do is turn that pain, like Jessica always says to me, into power and do as much as we can so we can protect more kids from falling through the cracks. I urge you tonight, if there's anybody in this room that is struggling, I know sometimes I get hard on parents and I say, look at your kids, why are you acting this way? But it's very difficult. And we will treat every one of you with kindness, but that day, that individual was taking his drugs while his daughter was laying in the next room. And the norm in that household, is, how do we protect our dad from another overdose? That's not okay. Yet that little kid is out at kids' play 2 or 3 times a week, laughing and making sure everybody's having a good time. So we kind of owe it to her and to those kids to do better. We owe it to them to give more. We all live in this room, all of us, we're capable of this. We're capable of giving time, giving money, giving whatever we have, and sharing it with these kids. Because, I mean, if we're not sharing, what are we even doing? So I'm not going to steal all of Cal's time, and I'm going to hand it over to him, but I thank all of you for being here tonight, to Priya and Raj, who relentlessly said, we're going to make this happen. By the way, did you know Priya's pregnant?
Understood.
Yes. Yes, they've announced it, sorry. It's not a secret. I would have made the announcement for them, I love them so much. Why not? No, but truly, if these two can do it, what's stopping us? It wasn't a secret, Jessica. But thank you, everybody, and I'll hand it over to Cal.
It's very difficult to follow that. Hard not to get emotional. 24 years of policing, I would consider myself Teflon, hardened and calloused around the edges, capable of managing any emotion, but that's not the case. Every single day teaches me humility. Every single day teaches me respect. Good evening, esteemed colleagues, friends, and family. And that includes sponsors who are now part of my ship, which is all of you. Every single one of you made out the time to come tonight. Many of you that I met outside in the hallway, I said, thank you for taking out the time, because I know time is the most precious commodity that we have. You could have been anywhere tonight, but you chose to be here. And there's a reason behind that, because you believe in our core values, you believe in our vision, and you believe what we are trying to accomplish tonight, which is that every single child, regardless of caste, creed, ethnicity, gender, religion, faith, deserves an equal opportunity and success in life. And what? I won't keep it long, but I do want to appreciate somebody in this room that's very special to me, whose values are interwoven into my very fabric of being. Justin, can you take out a moment and can you stand, BPG?
सभी को मेरी तरफ से नमस्ते, सलाम वालेकुम, वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। कमिला जी, आपने बहुत ही अच्छे हमारे पास प्रश्न भेजे हैं। लाइम डिजीज पे बात करना है और सन प्रोटेक्शन पे। अब देखिए, सूरज बाहर चमक रहा है, समर शुरू हो रही है, मौसम अच्छा हो रहा है, हमारा मन करता है बाहर जाने को, और अच्छी बात है, बाहर घूमना फिरना चाहिए। और बच्चों को भी बहुत जल्दी ही छुट्टियां होने वाली हैं, तो समर हॉलिडेज में हम लोग बाहर जाते हैं, कैंपिंग करते हैं, खेलते हैं, वेकेशन लेते हैं। तो पहले तो लाइम डिजीज के बारे में बोलना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि ये ग्लोबल पद्धर पे ये एक मेडिकल समस्या है, LYME, लाइम डिजीज। ये होता है एक बैक्टीरिया जो कॉर्क स्क्रू की तरह होता है, उसका नाम है बोरीलिया, BORELLIA। और ये जो होता है, एक टिक होता है, एक छोटा कीड़ा होता है, कीटाणु होता है, हम उसको अंग्रेजी में टिक कहते हैं, मुझे मालूम नहीं हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं, तो हम एक कीड़ा कह सकते हैं, जिसकी बहुत सारी लातें होती हैं, करीबन 8 होती हैं और काले रंग की होती हैं, और वो जंगल में होते हैं टिक्स। और साधारण तक पे जो टिक बाइट है वो इतना कुछ डेंजरस नहीं है, लेकिन बहुत लंबे अरसे तक टिक का बाइट रहेगा तो फिर कुछ टिक्स में वो बोरीलिया बैक्टीरिया होता है, वो हमारे बॉडी में जा सकता है। तो इसके साथ फिर जो कंडीशन है उसको लाइम डिजीज बोलते हैं। तो पहला स्टेज में तो ये होता है, भी थोड़ा पेन हो गया, थोड़ा खुजलाया, फिर जो है ना एक टारगेट लीजन की तरह हो जाता है, जैसे निशाने वाले, निशाना नहीं बुलसाई में लगाते हैं, लेकिन उसके इर्द गिर्द सर्कल्स होते हैं। तो एक सेंटर में एक डॉट होता है और उसके बाजू में नॉर्मल चमड़ा होता है और उसके बाजू में एक रेडनेस होती है, तो उसको टारगेट लीजन हम बोलते हैं। और कभी कभी बुखार हो सकता है, कभी मसल पेन हो सकता है। और अगर इसको क्लिनिकली हम डायग्नोसिस कर लेते हैं तो साधारण एंटीबायोटिक से इसका इलाज हो सकता है। अगर ये मिस्ड हो गया तो ये रैश वैश खत्म हो गई, तो सेकंड स्टेज में फिर सिर दुखना, मसल्स जो है टाइट होना, कमजोर होना, पेन होना, भूख नहीं लगनी, ये सब चीजें चलती हैं। और लास्ट का स्टेज में आर्थराइटिस होना शुरू हो जाता है, जो हमारे जॉइंट्स वगैरह वो सूजने शुरू हो जाते हैं। तो 3 स्टेज में लाइम डिजीज हो सकता है। करीबन पिछले साल कुछ 2500 केसेस रिपोर्ट हुए थे कनाडा में। हो सकता है ज्यादा हुआ हो, लेकिन कई बार रिपोर्टिंग नहीं होता, कई बार पता नहीं लगता। और जैसे हमने बताया था, क्लिनिकली ही इसका डायग्नोसिस होता है, लेकिन इसका लैब टेस्ट भी मौजूद है। वैक्सीनेशन इसके खिलाफ थी, लेकिन कुछ मेरे ख्याल में 2-3 दहाके पहले आई थी, और करीबन 8-10 साल पहले ये नहीं यूज हो रही क्योंकि इसकी डिमांड नहीं थी। वो भी 70% के करीब प्रोटेक्टिव थी। तो इसलिए अब अमेरिका और कनाडा में वैक्सीन अवेलेबल नहीं है इसके लिए। तो ये जब हम बाहर जाते हैं तो हमें जो इंसेक्ट रेपेलेंट है वो लगाना चाहिए, नहीं तो फुल स्लीव कपड़े पहनना चाहिए। अगर कोई कीड़ा लग भी जाता है उसको तुरंत निकाल दो, क्योंकि जो टिक है अगर आपको बाइट करता है उसी समय नहीं होगा, आपके साथ लगा रहना पड़ेगा कई घंटों के लिए, तब ये ट्रांसमिट होगा बैक्टीरिया, अगर उस टिक में वो बोरीलिया बैक्टीरिया है। और सावधानी से चलें और अपने चमड़े का मुआयना करें जब आप जंगल वगैरह या फॉरेस्ट में या कैंपिंग करके आते हैं। और अगर कुछ लक्षण है तो अपने फैमिली डॉक्टर के साथ बातचीत कीजिएगा। दूसरी बात थी सन प्रोटेक्शन। देखिए, सूरज का हमारी बॉडी के लिए, हमारी मन के लिए तो फायदा ही फायदा है। विटामिन डी मिलेगा, हमारा मूड अच्छा होगा, हम बाहर घूमने फिरने जाते हैं, बहुत प्रसन्न होते हैं। लेकिन जो मेजर चमड़ा सूरज हमको करता है वो है चमड़े का डैमेज, या फिर लास्ट स्टेज जो होता है स्किन कैंसर जिसे कहते हैं। क्योंकि हम नॉर्थ अमेरिका में रहते हैं तो हमारा जो सन एक्सपोजर है वो ज़्यादा हमें कुछ महीनों के लिए ही होता है जब छुट्टियां होती हैं। तो जब हम बाहर जाते हैं तो हमें सन प्रोटेक्टिव क्रीम्स या लोशन लगाना चाहिए जिसमें SPF 30 या ज़्यादा हो। सन प्रोटेक्टिव फैक्टर SPF 30 या ज़्यादा। तो ये आपको करीबन करीबन कुछ घंटों के लिए प्रोटेक्शन देगी, और ये हथेली पर बहुत ज़्यादा लग के बॉडी में लगाना, खास करके एक्सपोज्ड एरिया, नाक में लगाना, कान में लगाना, घुटनों के पीछे लगाना है, गर्दन के पीछे लगाना है, क्योंकि कुछ सारे एरियाज जो हैं वो मिस हो जाते हैं। और अगर आप स्विमिंग पूल में जाते हैं या स्विमिंग करते हैं उसके बाहर आने के बाद भी लगाना है। तो SPF 30 का मतलब ये है, समझो अगर मैं बाहर जाता हूं और आधे घंटे में मेरे चमड़े में डैमेज होना शुरू हो जाता है तो 30 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 30 तो वो हो गया 900 मिनट्स के बाद में मेरे चमड़े में डैमेज होगा। लेकिन इतना समय तो हम बाहर रहेंगे नहीं। तो बाकी SPF 40 भी मिलता है, 45, 60, तो ये महंगा होता है, लेकिन SPF 30 इज व्हाट यू नीड। अब कुछ लोग बोलते हैं भी हम लगाएंगे तो हमारे को विटामिन डी कम मिलेगा। ऐसी कोई धारणा नहीं है। उसके थ्रू भी हमें विटामिन डी मिल सकता है। चलो मान भी लेते हैं थोड़ा कम प्रोड्यूस हुआ, लेकिन जो सूरज का चमड़े में डैमेज हो रहा है उससे तो हमें अच्छा प्रोटेक्शन मिलेगा ना। देखो, चमड़े का कैंसर है, बहुत डिफिकल्ट बात है, उससे तो प्रोटेक्शन मिलेगा। तो हमें जरूर इसके ऊपर भी गौर करना चाहिए। आप बहुत अच्छे प्रोग्राम लेके आते हैं, फिर आपके साथ मुलाकात होगी। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
Please have your pen and paper ready to jot down these numbers. The Father's Day Annual Community Picnic and Hockey Tournament will take place on June 15th at Irwin Park, 13313-68th Avenue from 1 p.m. till 4 p.m. The event will feature entertainment, singing, free food, and various booths. This free event is organized by Times of Canada and Times Mortgage Group. For more information, please call Vinay Sharma at 604-782-7624. Salim Salaman will be performing live at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre located at 600 Hamilton Street in Vancouver on June the 30th. Doors open at 6 p.m. For tickets and more information, please contact Kamal Sharma at 604-833-1977. The Bula Rugby Tournament will be held in Delta on the weekend of August 17th and 18th, featuring over 25 rugby teams from across Canada. For sponsorship opportunities and more information, please contact Sella at 778-713-2418. Relay for Life returns on June the 8th. Rally your team together and sign up to move and be moved with the Canadian Cancer Society. For more information, visit their website at www.relayforlife.ca. The Father's Day Walk and Run is a family-friendly event supporting prostate cancer awareness, which is taking place on June the 16th at Burnaby Lake. For details, visit www.fathersdayrun.ca. If you are organizing any events in your community and want us to promote it for you, please email us at asianpulse@gmail.com. As our time together comes to an end, I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. If you miss any episodes, you can catch us on Shaw Cable every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m., Thursdays at 8:30 p.m., and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. Our shows are also available in Calgary on Channel 10 on the Shaw Cable Network. And you can find them on our YouTube channel under Camilla Singh Shows. Before I leave, I bring you these thoughts. Family is not about the blood. It's about who is willing to hold your hand when you need it the most. Author unknown. I'm your host, Joshi Reddy. With the heat outside, it's crucial to stay hydrated and keep an eye on the elderly and the babies. Remember, the best way to cool down is by drinking plenty of water. Wishing you all a wonderful day, and we're excited to see you again next week on the same channel at the same time. Bye for now.